Welcome to our tutorial on creating a RESTful API with Spring Boot. In this video, we'll be walking through the process of building a simple API using Spring Boot, a popular Java-based framework for building web applications. First, we'll start by creating a new Spring Boot project using IntelliJ IDEA. To do this, go to File, New Project and select Spring Initializer from the options. This will open the Spring Initializer wizard where you can select the dependencies you want to include in your project. For our API, we'll need the Spring Web dependency. Once you've selected the dependencies, you can click Next and choose a location for your project, then click Finish. IntelliJ will then generate the project structure in default configuration for you. Next, we'll define our API endpoint by creating a new controller class. This class will handle incoming HTTP requests and map them to the appropriate methods in our code. We'll also define some basic routes for our API, such as /users and /users/ID. To do this, we'll use that REST controller and that request mapping annotation. That REST controller annotation is used to indicate that this class will handle HTTP requests, and that request mapping annotation is used to define the routes for our API. Then, we'll create a simple model to represent the data we'll be working with. This could be a simple POJO or something more complex, like a JPA entity. For example, if we're building an API for a user management system, our model could be a user class with fields such as name, email, and password. Now that we have our endpoint and model in place, we can start implementing the actual logic for our API. This could include things like querying a database, parsing JSON data, or interacting with other external services. For example, we can use the @AutoWired annotation to inject dependencies such as a user repository or a user service into our controller. We can also use the getMapping and postMapping annotations to handle get and post requests respectively. Once our API is implemented, we'll want to test it to make sure it's working as expected. We'll use Postman to test our API. Postman is a popular API testing tool that allows you to easily make requests to your API and check the responses. We can use it to test different routes and methods and check the response data and status codes. And that's it. In this video, we've covered the basics of creating a RESTful API with Spring Boot. You should now have a good understanding of how to build your own API using this popular framework. Thanks for watching.